14th, 2013 agenda meeting of the South Plainfield Mayor and Council. This meeting has been advertised in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act NJSA 10:4-6 with adequate notice of this meeting being provided to the borough's 2 official newspapers and also published on the borough's website. Amy, will you call the roll?
Yes, Councilman Barletta?
Here.
Councilman Benjavanga?
Here.
Councilman Diana?
Here.
Councilman McConville?
Present.
Councilman White?
Here.
Council President West?
Here.
Thank you. You want to take us through a review of tonight's agenda?
Yes, tonight we have 2 matters on for closed session. Public Works matter regarding voting stats, potential litigation matter regarding red light cameras. We have a proclamation pertaining to Catholic Schools Week, approval of December 17th council minutes. 2 ordinances on for first reading by title. Ordinance providing for compensation for part-time seasonal help, and the ordinance providing for compensation for superior officers. We have 14 resolutions on, actually that's 15, we have an addition this evening, which I will get to. First resolution is for shared service contract between the borough and Wright County Board of Health for services not to exceed $109,180.94. Authorizing award of bid to Land Sales and Salvage for the purchase of 1 used garbage truck in an amount not to exceed $50,000. Authorizing amendment to Resolution 13-31 to amend the settlement agreement with Birdsall Services Group, reflecting the settlement amount is $52,500 and not $54,500. Authorizing waiver of permit fees to state contract vendor Atlantic Power Systems of Lodi, New Jersey for installation of a generator at the Public Works Department. Authorizing a refund of tax overpayment in the $1,288 for Sabet and Kadika Jones of 116 Lafayette Place. Authorizing refunds to various seniors due to cancellations of scheduled events in dollar amounts between $10 to $136. Authorizing Majestic Towing to be the official police towing operator for the 2013 calendar year. Authorizing refund of sewer overpayment amount $861.50 for Eric and Sheldon Morris of 135 Garland Drive. Authorizing 2012 appropriation transfers in the amount of $70,000 for the current fund. Authorizing a 2013 temporary budget amendment of $389,420.80 in the current fund and $450,500 in the sewer fund. Authorizing TM Associates to perform engineering services to provide and administer a bid for a third-party electric provider. Authorizing state contract purchase of rescue squad radios from Tactical Public Safety of West Berlin, New Jersey, in an amount not to exceed $27,698.75. Authorizing the hiring of Linda Sandro as a full-time assessing clerk at an annual salary of $27,000. Authorizing renewal of the 2013 software maintenance with Edmonds and Associates in an amount not to exceed $22,194. And we have an addition on this evening, which will be resolution number 1347. We're going to be authorizing Jeffrey Burke Plumbing and Heating for plumbing work to be performed on generators in an amount not to exceed $8,000. Items on for correspondence: Traffic Safety Advisory Commission minutes for October 24th, Recreation Commission minutes October 9th and November 13th, Code Enforcement Monthly Report December, Environmental Commission minutes November 14th, Parson minutes for December 6th, resignation of David Yoshi and Melissa Carroll from Cultural Arts Commission, and a letter to Public Director Christopher Urbana regarding open space funds. Payment of bills totaling $708,331.89. Council reports, public comments, and that is all this evening. And that last resolution I read, it's not in front of you.
Yes.
It was a last-minute addition.
Could you just repeat it to us?
Please.
Yes.
I want to make sure I caught it.
It would be resolution number 13-47, authorizing Jeffrey Burke Plumbing and Heating for plumbing work to be performed on generators in an amount not to exceed $8,000. The actual amount is $7,875 to be exact. And I just got this late this evening. I can pass this invoice back if you'd like to see it.
Okay. Sure.
Yep, that's for the installation of the generator over in Plainfield.
Oh, first. Okay.
Does that conflict with resolution 13-36?
Hold on a second. Paul, 1346, it's on the agenda, but this was added, I guess, today. Do we need a motion?
For plumbing?
1346, that was...
1347.
1346 was not on.
This late edition.
Right, 1347 is the latest, but 1346, when was that added, today?
Is that added? Because I don't have it online.
Right.
Friday.
1346 was added this morning.
Okay, so we should have a motion. Okay, so if I could get a motion to add resolution 13-46.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilman White, seconded by Council President Rosnick. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, we will add 1346 and also 1347, which we just went over, plumbing not to exceed $8,000. Can I get a motion to add resolution 13-47? Motion by Barletta, seconded by Councilman Conville. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Okay, we'll add 1347 as well. And also, can I get a motion for executive session? Resolution 13-32, two matters, one DPW personnel and one for potential litigation pertaining to red light cameras.
So moved, Mayor.
Motion by Councilman Benjavanga, seconded by Councilman White. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, we'll also add 13-32. Now, council comments on agenda items.
Yes, Mayor. In regards to the resolution that we just added, what's the difference between that and the installation for the generator, which is resolution 13-36?
You're asking about 1337.
1336.
1336, you're waiving the permit fees, right? It's not actually paying for the work to be...
No, but what I'm saying is it's showing here Atlantic Power Systems for the installation of the generator, and then down here it says Jeff Burke Plumbing for the installation of the generator.
No, the Burke plumbing is just for the plumbing work
Oh, okay.
associated with it. Catherine, this is Atlantic Power is where we got the generator from.
That's just for the
Oh,
purpose of
okay.
generator
Correct.
itself.
Oh, okay. That doesn't-
So
He's got to run a gas line to the...
and that's electrical, gas.
The invoice is there, he's running
Yeah.
piping.
Okay.
He's running
correct.
piping.
At the next meeting, we will have something also for electric
All right,
as well.
thanks for the clarification. And then also, Mayor, I would ask that the council consider tabling resolution 13-33, which is the trade service contract between the borough and the county of Middlesex. I just want to look into the price further, and at the same time, since this is Councilman Diana's department, we can just reach out to the county, see if there's any better rate that we can get. This is an increase from last year, and I want to see some other towns' rates as well. Sure. So,
Okay, so you want to table 1333?
yeah, I make a motion to table.
Okay, motion by Councilman Benjavanga,
Second.
seconded by Council President Rosnick. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, we will table 13-33. Any other questions?
Yes, Mayor. On the executive session, can we just have an explanation of why the matters between the red light camera is in executive?
Paul, defer to you.
Because considering possible litigation, and my advice is going to be in the nature of attorney-client privilege as to what may be strengths, weaknesses of the claim, strategies, going forward or not going forward.
So it is in particular to not necessarily the prosecution of a red light camera violation, but
Correct.
a red light camera violation itself, not the
Correct.
validity
Has
of the
nothing
camera
to do
installation.
with prosecution of anyone who's been accused, but has to do with the installation and maintenance of red light cameras.
Of existing red light cameras
Exist a couple, in particular, of existing red light.
by Piscataway.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a matter of fact. I see people getting nervous.
So already existing red light cameras installed by the Township of Piscataway. Anything else? Okay, seeing none, we will open it up for public comment on public comment. Okay. No Boy Scout want to get up and ask any questions, Diana?
About that big one in the back.
How about a Boy Scout? Yeah. I was going there. I was hoping he was a Boy Scout troop leader. Now? Okay.
Right now.
At this point, any public comments? Okay, close the public portion, and I will ask for a motion to adjourn the agenda meeting.
So moved.
Okay, we are adjourned. Seeing no reason to delay, we'll go right to the public meeting. Again, this meeting has been advertised in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-6, with adequate of this public meeting being provided to the borough's 2 official newspapers and also published on the borough's website. Amy, will you call the roll once again?
Councilman Barletta?
Here.
Councilman Benjavanga?
Here.
Councilman Diana?
Here.
Councilman McConville?
Present.
Councilman White?
Here.
Council President Russell?
Here.
Thank you. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation by Councilman Diana.
God, please watch over this borough. Please watch over the public servants that serve this borough, this council, and all those who work in the borough, and all of its residents. Amen.
Item number 5 is a proclamation for Catholic Schools Week, which will be held January 27th through February 2nd. Whereas Catholic schools have a commitment to provide young students of all races and creeds with an education that emphasizes academic and moral values, as well as teaching respect for the love of God, country, and fellow human beings. And whereas Catholic schools serve students and families not only of Catholic faith, but also of other families which provide opportunities for a quality education to children of all faiths, many of them from low-income to minority families, with financial support being provided mostly from the tuition paid by parents. And whereas each year Catholics nationwide celebrate Catholic Schools Week to recognize the accomplishments of Catholic primary and secondary schools across the country, with the theme, this year's theme being Catholic Schools Raise the Standards. Now therefore, I, Matthew Pianish, Mayor of the Borough of South Plainfield, do hereby proclaim January 27th through February 2nd, 2013 to be Catholic Schools Week in the Borough of South Plainfield, and urge all of our citizens to participate in a wide range of activities that will be held in our community to exemplify the best of Catholic education. I think we have anybody from Holy Sacred here. At this point, we move on to item number 6, approval of council minutes, December 17th, agenda, public and executive session. Can I get a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Councilman Barletta, seconded by Councilman White. Amy, can you call the roll, please?
Councilman Barletta?
Yes.
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilman Diana?
Recused.
Councilman McConville?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Council President Russell?
Yes.
Passes 5-0.
Thank you. At this point, we will open the meeting to public comments on agenda items only. Okay, seeing none, we'll close the public portion and move on to ordinances for introduction. Amy, ordinance 1977.
Ordinance 1977, an ordinance providing for the compensation of employees of the Borough of South Plainfield and the method of payment of such compensation for years 2010 through 2014 for part-time seasonal help.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for ordinance 1977?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Benjavanga, seconded by Councilman McConville. Amy, can you call the roll?
Councilman Barletta?
Yes.
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilman Diana?
Yes.
Councilman McConville?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Council President Russell?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Also for introduction, ordinance 1978.
An ordinance providing for the compensation of employees of the Borough of South Plainfield and the method of payment of such compensation for years 2011 to 2015 for superior officers.
Thank you. Can I get a motion for ordinance 1978?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Council President Rusnick, seconded by Councilman White. Amy, can you call the roll?
Councilman Barletta?
Yes.
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilman Diana?
Recused.
Councilman McConville?
Recused.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Council President Russell?
Yes.
Passes 4-0.
Thank you. Resolutions, Resolution 13-34 to 13-47. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Conville with the motion, seconded by Council President Rosnick. Amy, can you call the roll?
Councilman Barbato?
Yes.
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilman Diana?
Yes.
Councilman McConville?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Council President Russell?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Item number 10, correspondence. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Clearly, a motion by Councilman White, seconded by Councilman Conville. Amy, can you call the roll, please?
Councilman Barbato?
Yes.
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilman Diana?
Yes.
Councilman McConville?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Council President Russell?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Item number 11 on payment of the bills. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Barletta, seconded by Councilman McConville. Amy, can you call the roll?
Councilman Barbato?
Yes.
Councilman Benjavanga?
Yes.
Councilman Diana?
Yes.
Councilman McConville?
Yes.
Councilman White?
Yes.
Council President Russell?
Yes.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you. Council, we're on the council reports. Mr. Rizzo, anything for us today?
No, Mayor.
Mr. Cullen?
Yes, Mayor, you know, with all the Boy Scouts in attendance today, I figured I would just give everyone a copy of, as many as know, William Walsh this past summer, or fall, actually did his Eagle Scout project, which really was painting the interior of most of our community hall. So I figured I'd give everyone a copy of this. You can see the before and after pictures, and it really was a great project. It went on in a couple of weeks. There may be some of the audience that helped with it, and really, what a great job they did, and really appreciate it.
And did a really nice job, whoever did it, or whoever's involved, I should say.
And William and those guys, they did a lot of work. So I think it was 3 weekends that they worked. So with that progress.
Excellent. Thank you. Mr. Rizzo? I'm sorry, not Mr. Rizzo. Mr. Miller?
Yes, just a couple things, Mr. Mayor. We had resubmitted some work for the DEP truck route for Hollywood Ave a while back concerning the alternate route analysis. And we've been in contact with them trying to get a response. And they said we should have something by about the middle of this week to get an idea of where we stand with that and how to move forward. So that's the update with the truck route. We're moving to close out Sampson Avenue with the contractor and with DOT. We got the asphalt cores back. And there are some minor items that the contractor needs to take care of yet. There was a resolution on tonight for us to go out to bid for electric. And what we're looking to do is go out to bid by the end of the month, be out to bid for approximately a month, and then we need a meeting date at the beginning of March to open up the bids and to award the contract. So we're looking at either the first or second week of March sometime, because this is handled as like a commodity of what we have to do is open the bids in the afternoon and then award the contract that night. And it would be subject to attorney review. But that's really what we need to do to hold the pricing. We've done this for a few other towns, and we're looking at right now, South Plainfield's paying about 13 cents a kilowatt. And we're hoping to get it down to around 7 or 8 cents, which would be a savings of about $50-some thousand a year. So we need to set up a bid date for the first or the second week of March. You can take a look at that and see what's good.
Okay.
That would have to be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It couldn't be a Wednesday.
Well, we have meetings Tuesday between the zone and the planning board.
It would have to be Thursday.
No.
Because Wednesday's
Oh,
cool.
And Thursday.
And Mondays you can't have it because you can't open a bid on Monday.
Should we change our council meeting schedule for the first Monday, or just do it?
I mean, you can always do it at the senior center. We'll have to see what Zumba is, but you can always do it at the senior center.
Then what is it?
Wednesday nights.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday nights.
I think it's Tuesday and Wednesday. I think it's Tuesday.
Tuesday and Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Oh, yes.
Chief,
John,
Zumba's only an hour for $750,000. I'm sure we can.
Well, you've been looking kind of stealthy.
All right, we'll Len, let us know whatever.
We have time to set that up,
Yeah.
obviously.
Excellent. Anything else?
That's
Mr.
it.
Miller?
Thank you.
Nothing. Thank you. Amy, anything for us tonight?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Councilman Diana?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. Mr. Miller brought it up, the truck route. I've heard since November on a number of occasions from some residents on the south side of town that trucks continue to be a problem. I know that Chief Parker is doing his job and that all the guys in the police department are doing their job to enforce. I wonder if it's a question of signage, perhaps, if there's something we could do to try to let the truck drivers know that they're not supposed to go past a certain point. I know we have the electronic sign. I don't know if that could be utilized. I'd like to look into that. Also, I understand the fire department had their ball this weekend. I was unable to attend, unfortunately. I know a couple of you guys went. It sounds like it was a good time. I hope that I'll be able to attend next year. And I think that's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Bartlett?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. Yeah, I was one of the councilmen and the mayor who attended the firemen's dinner on Saturday evening, and I'd just like to say that it was nice to see the firemen out with their wives and girlfriends enjoying themselves for the evening. They work so hard throughout the year. They spend so much time away from their wives and families and girlfriends, and it was just nice to see everybody there and enjoying themselves and having a good time. And I'd just like to thank them again for all they do. And with that, progress, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Benjamin?
Thank you, Mayor. As Councilman Barletta said, Thursday, Saturday night was definitely a pleasure and an honor to be there at the firemen's dinner, being fire commissioner for the past few years. And this year, it's been a pleasure to work with everybody over in all the public safety departments, but especially the fire department. Not only the wives, but also boyfriends, because there are females on the fire department. But just to be politically correct. So, but we're looking forward to a lot of things this year, and we have the new fire truck coming in the beginning of March, so we look forward to that. And thank you. I know Chief Charski's back there, so thank him for his service and everybody else. In regards to your comments, Councilman Diana, I'll be happy to once again bring it up with traffic safety in regards to the truck route. We have 5 or 6 signs right now leading up from 287, but I'll talk to them more about some signage and other things that we can do at my next meeting.
Councilman, I know there's been some discussion in the past that it was largely the issue had to do with the GPS units and stuff like that. Not that, there's a decent amount of signs out there. And I'm not saying signs aren't the issue. My guess the signs probably aren't, but maybe they are. So we can look at the signs, but I would just, maybe we reach out, and I don't know who it is, whether it's some of these companies that provide these maps, TomTom, whoever would provide the units that these trucks are using. And maybe there's something there. Maybe we know somebody who drives a truck who might utilize one of these things, and it is showing as a truck route still on these things, well, and that's the obvious problem, right? So we can put all the signs up there we want, but if somebody plugs this in and they're driving in the middle of the night, early in the morning, they're going to follow their GPS, because listen, I know I do. It sends me the wrong exits, and I follow it like gospel. So, especially if you don't know where you're going, some of these people, some of these drivers who have been in town probably have no excuse, and hopefully those aren't the ones that are continuing.
Those are the ones that Chief Parker's catching. I'm not worried about that.
Exactly. So maybe we look into it. Maybe there's something we can do. Maybe there's something that we can't. But it's probably a good thing to check as well.
Yeah, I'll also check with Hall since they're in town to see how the truckers' GPSs are different than ours. I know mine doesn't say anything.
No.
Trucks or no trucks, but I'll check with them to see if there's a difference or something with that progress.
Thank you, Councilman McClendon.
Thank you, Mayor. I was at the firemen's dinner on Saturday. It was a pleasure to be there and an honor. One thing that was also pretty neat to see was three mayors all in one sitting, all Republican mayors from way back when. We had 2 old mayors, Mayor Kennedy and Mayor Waskey. We had a little picture with the current mayor. It was a nice little thing to see.
The current old mayor?
With that, I also want to say thanks for voting for the work to get done at DPW. It's something that it's been long overdue. When everyone else is out of power and everyone needs DPW to be out there to get work done, well, they're out of power. It's kind of hard to do some of the work. So this generator is going to help out with a lot when needed. And with that, progress, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilman White.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to congratulate the South Plainfield wrestling team on winning the Virginia Duels over the week on Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night, the night of the Fireman's Ball. We actually got the news at the ball. Superintendent Caparelli was kind enough to come over and very elated about it and give us the news. So congratulations to them. I understand this is the first time that they've won that particular tournament, so it is a milestone for that group. Also wanted to remind everyone that Aristocare will be having a program focusing on Alzheimer's, whether it be caregivers, whether it be the disease state itself. That's going to be held at Aristocare on Dorn Avenue at 9 o'clock on the 22nd. So that is open to the public. It's one of the many programs that we're going to be partnering with between the Senior Center and Aristocare moving forward. Last, I wanted to let everyone know that New Jersey American Water is doing some temporary maintenance between now and probably middle to end of February. So for those of you who have American Water, you may have some chlorine type smell and things like that. So just to anticipate that and know that they're just working on the system, but everything is safe. And with that, progress.
Excellent. Council President first.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple items. Number one, I saw in correspondence a letter authored by you to our freeholders in Middlesex County. And over the past 3 years, South Plainfield residents have paid $3,221,153.75 in open space to Middlesex County. And to my knowledge, over the past 3 years, we have gotten zero back. That's a lot of money for our residents to be paying out and not seeing anything in return. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but I also saw attached about 11 correspondence that different people had sent. Looks like Kevin Hughes' name is on here, Glenn's name, so on and so forth for different items. And for them to not be responding is a little disturbing to me, so I think that's something we definitely need to look into. Glenn, I would probably recommend put this letter out on our website so people that can't attend our meetings that do visit the website have an opportunity to review it. Let them know that unfortunately we're not getting back the money that we are sending. It's going somewhere, but it's not coming here to South Plainfield. Next item, I guess about a month or so ago, this governing body had passed a resolution to have the various departments, meaning the schools and so on and so forth, plus the county and ourselves, to pay our fair share of the tax appeals and refunds. We have sent a copy of that over to Edison, and Edison has responded, and they passed a resolution back on December 26th requesting the same from their people. So not only is it South Plainfield that is looking to get this going, Edison is now on board, and I'm sure there might be a couple others to follow suit. Last but not least, in yesterday's Star Ledger and on NJ.com, there was a list posted of all the property taxes in the various counties throughout the state. And naturally, Middlesex County is the one that we would be most interested in. I don't know if people saw it or you didn't see it. But if you go to NJ.com, they have a list there. I just want to give you an idea of how we stand here in South Plainfield. The municipal side, now there's 25 towns in South Plainfield. Middlesex County, I'm sorry. Sometimes it feels like South Plainfield. In Middlesex County, there's 25 towns. We have the 5th best municipal tax rate in the county. So that means that there's 20 towns in this county that have a higher municipal tax rate than we do here. The ones that are in front of us, Helmetta, Plainsboro, Old Bridge, Monroe. Obviously, Helmetta is a little smaller town, Plainsboro, so on and so forth. I know I give the schools a hard time a lot with their budgets, but I must say, out of the 25 towns, they have the 7th best. So, kudos go out to them also, which means that there are 18 towns that have a higher school tax than we do. The one that jumped out at me that kind of bothered me the most, and I hate to keep picking on the county, but maybe it's their turn and the sites tonight. Of the 25 towns, 18 have a better county rate than we do here in South Plainfield. And considering the size of our town, for our people to be paying a lower rate than a town like Woodbridge, a higher rate, I'm sorry, for a town like Woodbridge, maybe Edison, so on and so forth, it just seems to me that something needs to be looked into. I'm not quite sure how it all works out, but for our residents to be paying that, then paying the open space tax and not getting anything back is something that we're definitely going to set our sights on this year and see what we can do about it. And with that, progress.
Thank you. I will be brief because it's my 2013 New Year's resolution. So we'll see how long that lasts. And maybe we won't get through tonight, who knows. Council President did an excellent job. One thing, if we take a look at, Ray, that you didn't mention, and I know you focused on Middlesex County primarily, but if you look at the statewide average, right, here's probably one thing where Middlesex County shines a little bit better than in your comparison. Statewide average, the average county bill is about $1,425. Middlesex County, as far as the South Plainfield resident, is about $1,215, so a little bit more than 200 below. The average municipal bill throughout the state is roughly $2,300, $2,324. South Plainfield considerably lower than that, $1,589.43. So that's a significant variance in the right direction from your statewide average. And then again, as you mentioned, the school not doing too bad of a job when you look at the statewide averages, $4,120 on the statewide average, and here in South Plainfield, $3,639. So what does that all mean? You look at the statewide total tax bill, average tax bill for New Jersey residents, it's about $7,870. The average South Plainfield resident is paying about $6,444. So considerable difference from the statewide average.
Mayor, one thing I'll also mention to you there, the one thing the article doesn't show is actually show the taxes relative to the property values in regards to sales. And I know in the fall, I saw a report that came out that actually had South Plainfield second lowest in the county relative to property values versus taxes. So.
Thanks. One other thing, so we've wrapped up 2012. So normally around this time, we start looking at all of the weddings that I've done over the previous year, and we start determining what we're going to do with those funds. So total wedding fees for 2012 totaled $5,700. Out of that, based on the ordinance, about 2,000 of that will go to our domestic violence support team. The remaining 3,800 has yet to be divvied up at this point. So we are in the process this year of reaching out to those 40-some-odd couples that got married and congratulating them. Hopefully they're still doing well. And asking for their input for a South Plainfield-related charity that they may want to recommend that we donate those funds to. After all, it is because of their nuptials that we've got this money to give out. On the other hand, we also like to reach out to the community like we did last year as well. So probably sometime this evening, early tomorrow morning, you'll see one of our favorite Facebook posts going out, and also probably something on the borough website page looking for residents' opinions and ideas on a South Plainfield related charity and the reasons why we should donate some money towards those folks. So we look forward to that. Also, we're getting close to Read Across America Day. I don't know exactly when that is, but March, is it March 1st?
Yes, beginning
I
of
have it
March.
in my calendar. I know I've gotten a couple of invites from the school, so it's a great opportunity if you want to embarrass yourself in public in front of small children, reading tongue twisters that you never get used to. I would certainly encourage everybody to do that, so mark your calendars. And I know the library also usually does something that evening. So plenty of opportunities to get out to the schools and spend a little time reading Dr. Seuss. Mr. Miller mentioned the Hollywood Avenue extension. Obviously, it's one of the marquee issues that we have in front of us this year, other than the fate of the library expansion also being high among the list. When the lieutenant governor was here a couple Saturdays ago for our reorg, she was asking, how we're doing in town, what's going on in town. We didn't really have to mention it too much about the truck route. She had that in her sights. So she, before she asked about other local issues, she offered her support from the governor's office, lieutenant governor's office, to move this project along. First and foremost, that's what we're looking at doing. We know that it's a tough road ahead. We believe we've got a very good and excellent application in front of the state. Hopefully, when Len and I get word back from the DEP, we'll still feel that way. But it's an interesting process, and we're going to forge ahead and hopefully get to a resolution this year. So stay tuned. Other than that, I will report progress and open it up to public comments. Anyone?
Don't we miss Frank McCorsky right now?
Frank always filled that awkward silence. Yes, we got
It should always remain like that.
Now, if there's no comments, we will close the public portion. We are going now into executive session. You are more than welcome to hang around. We will be back as quickly as possible. Who's the
really isn't that very you notice the bear is
Very important.
You notice who did most tonight?
Okay, guys, I'm going to get out. Tom, let's go.
Yeah, just let go.
We have some room down here.
Oh, you got room down there?
Oh, here, guys, put that away.
Slide them in a little bit.
Guys, squeeze in, guys. Don't hit the alarm.
They don't want to stand here.
Yeah, you know, magnetic personality.
All right, thank you very much. Yep.
All right, you guys stay here. We'll be back. The result of tonight's executive session did not result in any additional resolution being added to tonight's agenda. At this point, I will ask for a motion to adjourn. Motion. We are adjourned.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.